alive. Oh, it's alive. It's alive. It's alive. It's alive.
Alrighty. Yeah, okay, so she's still going, and I've done 203 Ks since the top end build, so still going. Whew, rightio, welcome back. Okay, I've just pulled over, and just to check over the bike. Everything seems all good. There's no leaks. Everything all looks good to me. The motor's still running well, nice and quiet. So fingers crossed, eh? It's all going all right. There's nothing weird that I can see. All looks good. When I went down and fueled it up yesterday, this fuel cap or cock, what do you want to was leaking. So I had to put some new seal in that. So I had to replace that. Like I said before, I put new chain and sprockets on it. They had to be replaced, so I did all that as well. And I spoke about on my first video about this sticker kit, which I got for free in the end, because it doesn't really connect up to here properly. But anyway, and what else I had to do? Yeah, this part here didn't fit properly. I had to cut it a little bit, so they gave it to me for free. So yeah, can't whinge about that. Bike looks all right. Okay, it looks good now. So yeah, everything is going okay. As you can see, that's the fuel line for the front fuel tanks. I put that little charging tool there, so I can just hook up my battery, not my battery, sort of my pump if I need it, and then I use that to charge the battery, keep the battery on a charge as well. So that little outlet, I've got that there myself, so I'll put that on there. The brakes seem okay. Heaps of the brake pads are all good. So the bike, it was no garage pony, okay, who's ever owned it. It is leaking a little bit of coolant, which worries me a little bit. I've noticed that there, so I'll keep my eye on the coolant. I couldn't find any leaks in the radiator anywhere. I did overfill a little bit in the reservoir, and it's still okay, so we'll keep our eye on that. But the fan's not coming on or anything like that. Yeah, so the bike had been definitely used for, adventure riding. It's been used, you can tell it's been out in the desert and the dust on it, that type of stuff, how it was just all set up, so that's fine, but when you buy a bike with this many Ks on it, what happens is, unless things have gone that need replacing before you've got it and they've been replaced, it's all good. But when you buy a bike with this many Ks on it, what normally would happen is that, you're getting to the point where things start to go wrong with it. What I mean by that, your wheel bearings, headstock bearings, all that type of stuff. So the headstock bearing, like I said earlier, I'm happy with that at the moment. I'll do the front forks myself. The rear shock seems good. So I won't touch that. But like I said, I'm doing a trip next year. So stay with us. So hopefully, without COVID-19 and everything else, all the restrictions, our borders will open up in Australia. I'm going to do my trip. So I'm still not 100% sure which bike I'm taking yet. It depends if I go with someone, I may take the Tenere. But if I go by myself and I've got confidence in this bike, I'll take this bike. So it just depends. Alright, the Tenere, one downside to that is the fuel range. I'll definitely have to buy a fuel bladder. Probably get about a 5 litre one or a 7 litre fuel bladder just to give me that extra 100 Ks. This should be good for 400 Ks. With 10 litres in the front, and 12 in the back? So that's 22 litres, so that should at least get me 400 Ks and probably a bit more. Alright, that's going on my 701 that I had with the 5 litres and which was 13 litres in the back. So that was about 19 litres, close to 19. I think I used to get about 245 or 250 on the rear tank, and that's not even running out. So yeah, the back rims are all good, shape. They all look all right. The front rim, I don't know if the camera can pick this up, but it's very weird. You see all the paints come off here. It's almost like it's had something on there and it has eaten into the paint, or it's been on a trailer and it's been by little rocks or something, because it's been in a trailer for some time. But anyway, that's only cosmetic stuff. So it actually feels pretty good to ride. It doesn't feel like a 10-year-old bike, actually. It feels really good and firm and steady. The front end is a little bit loose, as in like a bit twitchy. That's how it is at the moment. So yeah, I know a lot of people with steering dampers on them. It does have a lowering link on it as well, so a 1-inch lowering link, which is good. I'm happy for that, because I always think they're a little bit high up in the arse anyway, the 701s and 690s personally. So, I like that, bringing it back down that little bit. There's the fuel, that's the side body, fuel tanks. This one you can see is discoloured because it's been leaking, and it has actually leaked again today. So they've got a little rubber seal inside that, so the service cap. So I'll try to find out what type of cap that is. I know service cap, sorry, but the size, and get a new fuel, seal. There's a rubber, washer, so to speak. Sorry, yeah, a rubber washer I need to get. All right, so to stop that from leaking. All right, so I've done it up a little bit tighter. No, can't really go any tighter than what it is, so that will stop it. Now this rally fairing, this is the Rally Raid one, and it's the Evo 1, so it's the very first version that they did, and the camera hopefully will pick that up. It's actually massive, okay? Have a look at the size of it, and it looks older than 10 years if you ask me. It looks like it's almost like a throwback to an 80s style type of stuff. It's all plastic and steel, and it's not the best, I'd have to say. It's not the best. What's happening on there? Paint's coming off. It's quite large. It was vibrating a little bit, so I fixed that. I put a little rubber stopper in here. It's a big dash that you can't really use. You know what I mean? There's nothing where you can really mount anything on sturdy enough. I mean, you could take this off and, you know what I mean? So it's almost like a bit of wasted space there. But it's massive, isn't it? Look at the size of it. It's like a gull wing. It reminds me of a gull wing. And it feels really large. When you're riding it, it feels, big. Even though the bike feels light, it gives you the impression you're on a large bike. That's how it is. These side tanks where they are, they're not a good design. I can see why they changed it. Your knees actually hit here. Okay, so you open your knees right up. It's not a good design, but it's not uncomfortable, but you do notice it. Okay, that's a small screen. There is a small screen that came with it, which sits up about that high, and it's right in your eye line. I don't really like it. I don't go too bad here with the wind. It doesn't worry me that much, so I'll leave that small screen on. I won't change that for the larger one. Alrighty, so I don't know, there's not much more I can say. That's the fuel tank, which I think I spoke about was leaking, so we've plugged that up. So that's not leaking now, which is good. And all I've got is there, as you can see, that's not moving at all. That's Velcro in there, so just to hold these two together. Okay, that's all you need, because there's a bolt into here. So with the newer Evo 2s, I think in 3s, that you'll see then they've got a bit of a crash bar around here. With this one, like I said, it's very wide. I've already dropped the bike at home to see, what hits the ground and that type of stuff. So these definitely, they hit the ground. The handlebars really don't do anything at all. So if you were to crash, the handlebars on the side aren't going to protect this side to keep the bike, from hitting this side of the ground when you hit the deck, so to speak. So it is very wide. You can see there. Okay, so it's very wide there. So if you do crash, that's going to hit the ground pretty hard. It's a pretty bad design in my mind, actually, how they got that. You know what I mean? You can see that's going to be pulled away. If anything, this fairing, in my opinion, should have been on this side, overlapping this side. So then it slides along the ground, doesn't get caught on this lip here. But anyway, that's what it is. You can buy the Evo 2s and that will go onto this, but we're not wasting money like that. I'm happy with this, as long as it stays on there. Alright, so what I'll do, we'll get going down this track. Yeah, see that initial response, it's really doughy, if you know what I'm saying. You got to be very careful, it can catch you out. Because if you just touch the throttle, it brings it right, brings it right up to speed pretty quickly. Now, last night it absolutely belted down again. I kid you not, for about 20 minutes. I mean, it was that loud. I got a tile roof. I thought I was going to bloody cave the roof in. It sounded that heavy. Not too bad. Not handling too bad. It's a good little test track this here, because it's very rocky and hard pack. So I'm just paranoid. Every noise I hear, I just think there's something going wrong with the motor. if I'm honest, I don't like the dash. If I'm really honest, but it is what it is. It's not getting changed. So yeah, I don't like the dash, but it's for its purpose. What it does, blocks the air, gives a bit of air wind protection. Guy on this T7, eh? I'll chase after him. Yeah, snuck up behind me. Snuck up behind me, eh? Fuck it. On the old T7. Imagine that. Getting overtaken by the T7. Now a guy up here with no registration, motocross bike. Well, I won't sit behind this bloke too much. I don't really want to suck his dust. So hopefully he'll go right up here. Yeah, have really heavy rain. That is what it's like up here on the weekend, guys. That's why I don't come up. That's why I don't come up. But this bloke in front of us, but if I was him I'd slow it down a bit. A lot of four drives out. A lot of four drives. I don't mind him being in front of me actually. A bit of a warning for other bikes and other cars. Yes. Woohoo! Right, so I haven't been down here for a while. We'll go and have a look. Oh dear. Now which way do I go? Second one, I think, this one here. I haven't been up here for ages. Right, yeah, I might have a quick look. I don't know how much fuel I've got. How much fuel have I got? Oh. I haven't been down here for over 12 months, I reckon. So we're just going to have a bit of an investigate, see what it's like. So it has a great lookout, that's all. And I always like coming here, just have a bit of a look. Yeah, you can see some trees down. I noticed that a while ago. It's like someone actually put some trees to stop people from coming down here. So people do come down here and camp, so I don't think they want anyone else to come down here, so there's a little spot there. But so far, if I remember correctly, there's one more bog hole. That you got to get down, so I don't think that this is it. That's not it. Well, the bike's still going, which is good. I don't want to stop now because I am a fair way away from home. Well, not that far, but I mean, probably a good 60k, so I probably shouldn't be wasting too much fuel, actually. Probably haven't got as much fuel as I think I have. Well, those tanks still haven't flowed all the way through, or they have, actually. Yeah, this one here. I think that was it. No, was it? You just never know how deep they are. Sometimes I get off it. Oh, there's this one here. This is it here. Yeah, this is it. Oh shit! Like that. The back end dropped down in that and you went way down. So I'll just have a quick look here. Just show you the view. Hopefully no one's here. And no one's not. That's good. We'll have a quick look here, guys. I'll show you the view. It's okay, not leaking anything. And I said before, didn't I? I actually broke my nose at a motocross race once. I come up touch short and slammed my nose down in the crossbar, the pad. And I broke my nose, and it's never been repaired. So it's all a bit blocky. So that's why, excuse me, that's why you get the pleasure of me sniffing. That's just what it is. That's how it happens. You've got to be careful here, because if I fall forward, I'll have to start flapping my wings and flying. So there it is there. So normally we can ride down there. I've been down this section over this side. Okay, I've been on my DRZ. On some of my reviews, you actually see me riding up this hill on the other side. I haven't been down there for, like I said, over 12 months. And you can see all the water down there. It can be very floody. And I can see the boggy area, what I'm talking about. Your camera won't be able to see it, but I can definitely see it. And it looked like the farmer or someone had actually changed it or something, because it used to be easy to get across, but someone went in there and dug it out deeper. And because what it does, that road, as you can see there in the distance, that actually splits farms on either side. So what I'll do one day, I'll come around from the other end and check out if you can get through, because there is a gate up there, and making sure that they haven't, you know, I'm pretty sure that up, if you can see the house up there in the distance, the furthest one away from us up there, that's new. Looks like a garage from here. That wasn't there before, so that's new. And that's whereabouts the gate is, just up there. Yeah, so I'll definitely look like a big bog hole there. So we'll come up and we'll have a look at that one day from the other end. Alrighty, so we won't get going, because it's like I said, it's in the afternoon. It's getting later and later. Yeah, we'll keep going. How about that, eh? The old Tenere out past me. Anyway, we got him back. Got him back. Hey. Because they are a hot motor, you know. I mean, what are they? 688 cc motor. They're a big bloody motor. So let's have a look up here, eh? Oh, look at that. Oh, fuck. I kid you not. I don't know if the camera picked that up. Oh, look at the bike there. Oh. Man, that was deep. I'll have to give that a hose when I get back. So that's what happened, see. The four-wheel drives get in there and they keep going through it and through it and through it, and it just gets like that. Man, that was, I kid you not, that was up to the back number plate. That's how far the back end went down. Yeah, so this is where I knocked myself out, going the other way, just about here. What happened, a large tree branch like that, a lot bigger than that, harpooned the bike basically, and flipped the bike over. And I landed on my head. Well, that's what I think what's happened, because I was knocked myself out. I didn't know what happened. Just woke up on the trail. I was actually just taking my helmet off. That's all I remember. The helmet was already in my right hand, and I was just putting it on the ground. Don't remember taking the helmet off, unstrapping it, taking my gloves off. Yeah. I still don't understand how a branch that so big in a size could get it so high up on the bike to flip it over. I still feel that someone had actually set up a trap, because we have had problems like that before up in the forest and that. So yeah, I hope not. But yeah, it's just very weird. I don't know. It was just a freak accident. It wasn't good. It took me about a week to get over it. You know, not feeling the best, bloody headaches and that type of stuff. And then a month later, my first ride back, that's when I was cleaning my goggles, and it was a little bit of misty rain. I just looked down a little bit to clean my goggles, wasn't paying attention, and I was one-handed, and I hit a rock. That deflected me off to the left of the track, and I hit a tree. So the bike, I hit the tree, the bike dropped down, and I fell forward into the tree pretty hard. So like I said, I broke my shoulder blade, collarbone, and I broke 2 ribs. Had to walk 5k out to get phone reception. I wasn't a happy camper. I was not a happy camper. Right. Right, we've done 227 k's and the bike is still going. Pretty nice. I don't think I've ever actually seen that that flow with water. So there you go, it shows how much rain we've had. Look at that, gorgeous. Alright, we might turn the camera off now because it's just via road now all the way home. Hopefully I won't run out of fuel. And we'll catch up later. We'll edit some film and post it. And watch people, hopefully it's not too boring. How much is it like this?
No, this is the worst. It's good after this. You get all the way through. So maybe you might be better off.
Yeah, this looks a bit sussy.
Yeah, I wouldn't go through that pool deeper than it looks as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you can sneak around there, you're good. This is by far the worst part.
Yeah, because I knew they'd been up here, and I thought to myself, you know, like doing the roads.
Yeah.
So I said, oh, might come through a bit of a look.
How is it up that way?
Sorry?
How is it up that way?
Nah, this is it. This is the worst part.
Yeah.
Yeah. Once you get through there, it's pretty easy.
Yeah.
Definitely coming.
Well, yeah, this is the only part from here on. If you just get past that,
Where are you guys coming from?
like the Colvin.
Oh, so you're just coming through this way for a shortcut or something?
No, we're doing up these trails all the way to the Colvin.
Oh, right.
And we're meant to come out. So did you come up Cedar Creek?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're going to try and fix them all up all the way down.
All right.
But the rain got us.
Yeah.
This is all right before we left, but I think all the drivers have come through.
Yeah, that's what they do, mate. Yeah, they do it all the time. They like to get out in the wet.
Yeah.
What's it like through here, but if I can go on this side?
Yeah, you might be able to. Yeah.
I'm glad I'm not on my big bike. I've normally got a bigger bike than this, a Tenere.
Yeah, right.
Actually, this is why I brought this one out. Yeah, I won't be able to get up there, that's all. Yeah, I'm not sure. So it's okay there where you are?
Yeah, this is alright.
All right.